Chimpanzees are problem solvers, much like humans. Their use of tools is not random, but highly sophisticated. In fact, tool use varies by region, showing cultural differences similar to those in human societies. Some chimps use sticks to extract termites, while others use rocks to crack nuts. These behaviors, once thought to be purely instinctual, are now known to be passed down from one generation to the next, demonstrating how chimps share knowledge, much like human cultures. In the Congo Basin, chimps use long sticks to retrieve honey from underground hives. This isn't a matter of trial and error. It's a carefully planned process. The chimps choose the right stick, assess its length, and use it with precision. This kind of planning shows a level of intelligence once thought to be unique to humans. Chimp hunting also requires more than just physical strength. It involves careful planning, communication, and an understanding of different roles. Depending on the situation, chimps will take on specific tasks to make the hunt successful. The Ngogo chimpanzees, the largest known chimp community with nearly 200 members, demonstrate cooperative hunting techniques that rival human military tactics. They climb trees and silently coordinate their attacks on monkeys, such as the black and white colobus monkey. Each chimp plays a specific role. One might trap the monkey by positioning itself strategically, while another ambushes it from an adjacent tree. This teamwork shows their ability to plan and execute complex strategies. Chimps primarily eat fruit, and the forests they inhabit are filled with many trees, each producing fruit at different times. Chimps are excellent at keeping track of which trees are in season, remembering their exact locations, and knowing when to return for ripe fruit. Though meat isn't a regular part of their diet, the reason why chimps hunt is still not fully understood. Some researchers believe hunting helps strengthen social bonds or sharpens their skills. Even though they don't hunt for sport, this behavior suggests a deeper, possibly social or instinctual purpose, adding to the complexity of the chimp mind. Chimpanzees act differently around humans than they do with their prey. Even when researchers or camera crews observe them from several meters away, but still within sight, the chimps don't seem bothered. Why don't they see humans as a threat or food? It's because chimps are intelligent enough to recognize the difference between prey and observers. For instance, the Ngogo chimps have become accustomed to humans over decades of study. However, not all chimps are this comfortable around people. Chimps encountering humans for the first time are often shy, but like the Ngogo chimps, they gradually adapt to human presence. This video was made possible by supporters on our website. If you'd like to help us tell more stories like this, you can become a free or paying member through the link in the description. Now back to the video. Even during intense fights among themselves, chimps don't mistake humans for enemies. This ability helps them avoid unnecessary conflicts and figure out who poses a real threat. To study chimps, researchers must keep a safe distance, observing without getting too close. While many chimp study groups exist worldwide, the Ngogo group is the largest. This group has continued to expand its territory and increase its members. Chimpanzee societies are as complex as they are brutal. Social hierarchies are crucial for maintaining order within the group, and grooming is more than just hygiene, it's political. In the world of chimps, grooming helps forge alliances, ease tensions, and reinforce power structures. Being excluded from the social ritual can lead to isolation and ultimately death. On average, chimps spend 15 to 30% of their waking hours grooming. This behavior not only reduces stress and keeps them clean, but it also signals social standing and shows who their friends are. A chimp excluded from grooming rituals is essentially marginalized. The lack of grooming can weaken a chimp's immune system, leading to parasitic infestations and diseases. When left out, a chimp might desperately try to prove their worth by grooming others in hopes of receiving it back. Failing to do so can have serious consequences for their health and social status. Chimps can form such strong attachments that if one dies, the other remembers them. One notable story involves Hare, a chimp who mourned the loss of his companion, Ellington. After Ellington was killed by rival chimps, Hare was often seen wandering alone, visibly depressed. This emotional response tells us that chimps, like humans, form deep bonds and experience grief. Hare's story shows that chimps are capable of emotional depth, experiencing depression and loneliness when those they care about are gone. Power in chimp society is fragile, and being the leader requires a delicate balance of strength and alliances. Alpha males often face constant challenges and must use aggression to maintain control. Like humans, chimps don't tolerate unfair leaders for long, and when power shifts, the consequences can be deadly. However, not all alpha males rule through fear. Some lead by cooperation, teaching others valuable skills such as tool use or hunting techniques. These more diplomatic leaders often create stronger and more stable communities. For instance, an alpha male in equatorial Africa was observed leading his group to dig for underground bees using long sticks. He carefully selected the stick, sniffed to ensure honey was present, and demonstrated the technique for others to follow. This kind of leadership promotes unity rather than division. Dr. Jane Goodall's research has shown that alpha males in chimpanzee societies who lead through cooperation rather than fear often enjoy longer and more stable reigns. These leaders build strong alliances and face fewer constant challenges from rivals, fostering a more harmonious group. While aggression is sometimes necessary, cooperative leadership tends to create greater stability. This form of leadership mirrors human societies where diplomacy and cooperation often lead to longer-lasting power compared to brute force alone. Chimpanzees may not have a complex vocal language like humans, but their nonverbal communication is incredibly sophisticated. They rely on gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact to convey meaning. In some cases, chimps can coordinate entire hunts or territorial patrols without uttering a sound, relying solely on silent signals. In the Ngogo community, chimps patrol their borders in complete silence. As they approach the edges of their territory, their vocalizations gradually stop until they are entirely quiet. Yet, despite the silence, they communicate effortlessly, as if they can intuit each other's intentions. A chimp named Ellington was famous for leading these patrols without ever vying for alpha status. He would simply get up, start walking, and others would follow. His successor, Rollins, has carried on this legacy, leading patrols without seeking dominance. One of the most fascinating examples of silent communication involves eye contact. A chimp named Pincer, known for his uniquely human-like eyes with visible whites, could communicate more precisely through his gaze than other chimps. Though this subtle form of interaction is not fully understood, it suggests that chimps may possess a more advanced system of silent communication than previously thought. Eye contact is a crucial element in nonverbal communication, not just in humans, but in many primates. Primates with lighter sclera, the whites of the eyes, are better able to use eye contact for communication, allowing them to coordinate group activities more effectively. Chimpanzees display both deep empathy and intense aggression, often within the same social group. While they comfort each other in times of distress, offering care and support to close companions, they can also be territorial and violent. Just as humans show compassion toward loved ones, but can be aggressive toward perceived threats, chimpanzees are not only our closest relatives in terms of DNA, but also in how they think, feel, and interact with the world.